welcome to this week's episode of Kidlet 6. Each week we get to spend 6 minutes together celebrating book birthdays, connecting with authors, and adding lots of great books to your reading wish lists. If you're new here, we're so glad you could join us, and we'd love to have you go back and watch previous episodes. It's a great way to fill up your reading wish list and catch up with where we've been. And if you've been here for a while, welcome back. As a reminder, all the books mentioned in today's episode are going to be listed down below. So if you hear about a book that sounds interesting, you can look down there and get all the information. This week's Kidlet 6 book of the week is A Rover Story. This is a story about resilience, a Mars rover who's trying to live up to his name and be resilient. He's been built by a team of NASA engineers, and he's not been built to have human emotions. But as the scientists and engineers assemble him, he begins to learn a few new things and starts to develop some human emotions. Then launch day comes, and Resilience heads to Mars with his trusty sidekick, his drone, Fly. When they arrive on Mars, Resilience discovers that Mars is actually far more dangerous than he thought it was. This is a story of Resilience exploring Mars' difficult landscape and being tested in ways that go way beyond space exploration. This book is perfect for fans of space. You get to be with Resilience from his journey in the lab with the NASA scientists all the way to Mars when he is exploring the landscape out there. And so this is perfect for those who really like space and space exploration. This book is also perfect for readers who like stories with adventure. Resilience faces a number of obstacles while he's on Mars, and so if you like adventure and not knowing what's going to happen and seeing if someone will survive, this book is perfect for you. And if you have a teacher who's been looking for more STEM books to add to their classroom library, you'll want to recommend A Rover Story to them.
I'm Misty Wilson, author of Play Like a Girl, illustrated by my husband, David Wilson. It is my graphic memoir about when I played football in 7th grade while also trying to fit in with the popular girls, and it released on September 27th. So it's available everywhere now. It's an empowering story about a girl overcoming the odds, facing adversity, and it's about perseverance and grit. But it's also about how hard middle school can be. It's about finding yourself, being true to yourself, and finding the people who really get you, finding those real friendships. So you can order this today. Please do. This is the book that I would love to recommend. Swim Team by Johnnie Christmas. In this book, Bree is the main character. She moves to a new town and starts a new school, and she gets stuck in the Swim 101 class. The problem is she not only doesn't know how to swim, she's also afraid of swimming. And she ends up getting roped into being on the swim team, and she has to take swim lessons. And this is another empowering story about a girl overcoming the odds and leading her team to the state championship. And what I really like about this story is that it has a lot of Black history woven in, a lot of information about segregation and inequities. And it's also a graphic novel. So I highly recommend this. Bye, thank you.
The day a book first comes out is called its publication day. But it can also be called its book birthday, and since that's a lot more fun, we're going to go with that. So let's get ready to celebrate a few of this week's book birthdays. First up is Operation Final Notice. Ronnie needs to get $878 before January 4 when his family's only car is going to be repossessed. His best friend Jo is facing her big cello audition, and she's not sure that she's going to be able to get up there and perform without getting too nervous to chicken out. Ronnie and Jo quickly learn what can happen to even the best plans and what it means to have a community that you can rely on. Next up is Daisy Woodworm Changes the World. Daisy needs to give an oral report for her social studies class about changing the world. She's afraid the class bully is going to make fun of her list, but she has the perfect project. Her parents find out about it and realize she's broken some rules, and so she's not sure she's going to be able to see the project through. Will she be able to change the world with her project? And will she be able to overcome her fear of public speaking to share about her project? Now, the best way to celebrate a book birthday is by actually reading the book. So head to your local library or your nearest bookstore and pick up your copy of these books today. She looked everywhere for books set on Jupiter, but there is a dearth of books on the subject. Do you think you can create your own sentence using the word dearth? Try creating your own sentence and then sharing it with us on social media at Kidlit6, or you can drop it in those comments down below. Thank you for watching this week's episode. We hope you've been able to add lots of books to your reading wish list. Have a great week and happy reading.